Libra, welcome to your February 2017 love reading. It's Raina here. Okay, so there could be somebody that is a Sagittarian, and if not Sag, then I see this card as Aries, which is your opposite sign, but I did read where it was associated specifically with Sagittarius. I don't know why it's not associated with Aries, because I see this person going off to war, and Aries is ruled by Mars, the god of war. So, but anyway, this is kind of the central piece for whatever reason. It can indicate that you are involved with somebody who may be kind of this is such a old-timey expression, but a good time Charlie, this person. So this could be someone who is a womanizer, actually. And I feel like maybe some of you, this could be you in the past and finding out about this. This is very psychic energy. Maybe you sensed something was going on and you couldn't put your finger on it. And you're looking for something solid. So, I mean, sometimes I see, if I would have picked like a Three of Cups for the present position, which this is, I'm getting a Four of Pentacles. So I think that, and of course this is a general reading, so obviously this is not going to apply to everybody, but I think that for whoever this makes sense, this phase that you're in right now, you're getting more serious. You have Jupiter in your sign, and so it may be a time when you're feeling, it's like a whole new 12-year cycle, starting with your sign, and so you may be feeling like you're trying to promote yourself, because it's like having Jupiter in the first house. Just your own image is like helping you, but you have to decide what is going to assist you in your new life, and what is kind of keeping you back. And some of you may be involved in a relationship with somebody who is just not reliable, who, for whatever reason, I get the feeling that this person, they could be kind of immature. The Knight is not necessarily all that mature, and even though they are actual adults, they may be very entertaining. They may be fun to be around. And the Wands are also connected to physical passion. So they may be very exciting in terms of a physical affair. But in terms of making a life with them, it is very hard to imagine that, because you can't even pin them down. The Four of Pentacles could be another person. This could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or Capricorn individual, or someone of any sign who possesses a lot of earthiness. And they may work in financial institutions, they may work in banks, they may have their own business, or be accountants or something like that, and be very oriented towards things related to commerce and finance. And this person, if this is another person and not just a facet of yourself, this person is more likely to be able to settle down. The number 4 is a number of foundations. So it can be something where you feel a sense of security with this person. You feel a sense of stability, that you have something to build upon, that it's not just kind of like an ember that's burning, that burns out. You can have something very, very hot and burning and passionate, but it burns out very quickly. The number 4 is all about that firm foundation. The higher message is the 8 of Pentacles. So this is working hard on your craft. This could be that you personally are in a period in your career where you are very much absorbed in whatever it is you're doing, in advancement. For some people, they may even be taking some kind of courses, certificates to enhance their qualifications for their job. And it could be saying that you're not really even that available for investing a lot of time right now. But just metaphorically or symbolically, this card could be saying that a lot of work would go into making this happen. Like, in other words, if the Knight of Wands could be where you have been in a relationship with someone who is much more, I was going to say like a booty call, where it was just like at 11 o'clock at night, but it's not something that you are really like investing time in. This other person would be someone that you would be investing time in. It's not going to be like this flash in the pan, and because it's for the long haul, so it's an investment. Investment means that you are putting in the energy, that you're not just mailing it in. And when you do that, when you put in that energy, you get the results. And in this case, the results are a relationship that is solid. The 4 of Pentacles is solid. The challenge position is the 7 of Pentacles, another Pentacles card. So again, emphasizing earth energy, but also in the challenge position. So it could very well be that, I just assumed that it was a fire sign. Maybe the problematic person is actually an earth sign. So those earth signs that I mentioned, maybe the fire sign, a fire sign person is the right person for you. Obviously, it's not going to be for everybody. But whatever, in the challenge position, the 7 of Pentacles is suggesting that you cannot be impulsive, because, and that may be part of the problem. Perhaps you are so impatient about being part of a couple, because this is definitely something that Librans tend to do, is that they you rule the 7th house of committed partnerships. So Librans, a lot of times, they always feel like they have to have a partner. They don't like to be alone. They don't like to do things alone, and especially with romantic matters, being single is probably, a lot of Librans would rather, stick pins in their eyes than to be single. And you'd rather be in a relationship. Well, that's fine, but don't be too impatient that you'll take just about anything. Be selective. And that's always the best way to go. The 7 of Pentacles in the upright position is about assessing something over the long haul. So it's like, you start a project. In this case, if you've started a relationship and you see, is this relationship viable? Is it going to bring me what I want? And that's how you decide whether or not to continue investing time and effort into it. And when it's in the challenge position, there is something that is keeping you from doing that, where you're feeling like, oh, I just want to do it, and it's like, that's when people tend to have, I noticed that. It seems like the people that are the most impulsive, when it comes to relationships are the ones that tend to regret it later, because they get involved with the wrong people, and they're not seeing those warning signs too when it's really, I'm talking about the real bad situations. But the really good card for the advice, where it's saying Ace of Wands, starting something new, but something that is very exciting and is going to bring you passion in your life, a sense of, you see all those sprouts on the, it's like a staff or a stick. There's a lot of fertility, and the rods connect with not only with fire energy, but the idea of creativity, which is part of the fire signs. And so there is that sense of fertility in terms of the mind and the ideas that are produced by the mind. And the wands represent that. And there's, with a person, it could be like starting a relationship with a fire sign, with an Aries or a Sagittarius or a Leo person. And it will be a relationship that will be very exciting. Now, it could have been that if you were with an earth sign, that person may have been too stodgy, too stuck in their ways, and they may have been too materialistic, because the Four of Pentacles can indicate that, and that may have been a bone of contention with you, because, you know, Librans like to spend money like water, and you know, with a fire sign person, you will be on the same page, where you know you like the good life, and you like to believe that there's more where that came from, and so you're not going to be too afraid of letting go of money. And then the outcome is a world. So this is like transitional energy. Now this is what I was talking about with that Jupiter energy in your first house. This is a new cycle. This is like, speaking of new cycles, but this is the end of an old cycle. And the last card are the major arcana. And something is ending, which means that something else is beginning. As a cardinal sign, you're experiencing, and of course Uranus is in Aries, your opposite sign. So in the, on the chart, that means that Uranus is in your 7th house. So that's kind of like, for any long-term relationships that Librans have, that can indicate like a lot of inconstancy, a lot of like surprises that occur. And that may be triggering some of the upheaval that, you may have, and one of the reasons why you are ending a cycle, because there's so much that that's being thrown at these cardinal signs, in terms of all of, and having Pluto and Capricorn is another example of that, where it's just like one thing after the other. And it's like, you just have to, when these kind of things happen, they're really on the large scale. So they're happening to all of us, whether we're cardinal signs or not. I mean, these are things that are happening in our society, in the different institutions, and they're occurring so that we learn not to be too dependent on externals, so that we always ride that wave, and that's where the freedom lies. So I hope you enjoyed this, Libra. I wish you all the best in February. If you'd like a private reading, please click on the link below. Otherwise, have a great February. Bye.